Aluta, gentleman no dey. Oh, inside Aluta, gentleman no dey. Oh, inside Aluta, gentleman no dey. For this 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 Aluta.
The police raided our headquarters on the 7th of August, I suppose, and we protested, we demanded for an apology, and the police said in a statement signed by their public relations officer, ACP Adejobi, that we were not the subject of the raid, that they were after a terrorist, an international crook, and all of that, with a long history of destabilizing nations, including the Sudan. And we ask ourselves, if we were not their target, what did they go to do on the 10th floor? And when they got to the 10th floor, what did they do? And what did they do on the 2nd floor, where the bookshop they were after was located? We also ask ourselves, if we were not their target, what stopped them from taking us into confidence? So we are after share with us this intelligence with the leadership of NLC. Even if they felt that would jeopardize the operations, why not share that information with the leadership at the H hour, that is at the hour of the operation, so that, it becomes seamless. There be no possibility of leakage and compromising the operation. The police didn't do any of that. After this operation, they didn't get in touch with NLC, and they expected us to buy their story that we are not their target. But of course, subsequent events have revealed that we have been their target. They brought a letter of invitation to the president of NLC, linking him to criminal conspiracy, to cyber crime, terrorism financing, and treasonable felony. He was served with a letter inviting him to explain his role, that his name was mentioned. Before this, we had received a letter from the Registrar of Trade Unions threatening us to explain our relationship with the Labour Party. There was also another move by government to reduce the tenure of union leaders to 2 years. So you can see, when you take a holistic view of all this, it becomes apparent that government is waging a hybrid war on NLC and its leadership. We are not kids. We can guess why. They are after us. Their letter says that if he fails to report by the 20th, that he risks a warrant of arrest. And this letter was done on the 19th of August. And I think he got this letter through WhatsApp or so in the evening of that 19th. And so clearly the notice was too short for him. And so he wrote back to the police through his lawyers, requesting for an extension of time to enable him prepare to meet them. In that letter, he also, in exercise of his right as enshrined in Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, demanded to be given more information, yes, connected with this invitation. So this is where we are. All these are within his right. I am not aware he has been arrested. His letter has since been delivered to the police, and the police, it is expected, have to learn to respect his own right too. There are certain rights that are available to him. Even if he's a confirmed criminal, let alone, no charge has been brought against him. He has not been tried and found guilty. His rights are presumed to be intact. Okay, I'm not aware he has been arrested. Secondly, the NEC, that's the National Executive Council, had an emergency meeting yesterday, during which they took a decision, or they took the following decisions: that as a law-abiding citizen, as a servant of a law-abiding organization, Comrade Joe Ajaero should report to the police as demanded by them. Secondly, that in the event anything untoward or untowardly happens to him, there will be an instantaneous and robust response in the form of a very strong protest. Protest, if you like call it protest, if you like call it strike, whatever name you want, whatever. So that decision has been taken. And I want to confide in you that unions have been activated and they are actively mobilizing. If you were here yesterday, you must have seen a crowd of people here in our premises, people milling around. So this is because what government is trying to do is to silence us, to cow us into submission. Government does not want any lawful dissent. It wants to scare, intimidate, frighten, and drive underground every voice that it perceives to be in dissonance with their own. And we, Nigerian Labour Congress, we say no. This government cannot intimidate us. No government has been able to intimidate us because our objectives are clear and they are patriotic. Imagine linking Joe Ajaero with criminal conspiracy, with treasonable felony, terrorism financing, and cybercrime. These are high-end charges, or these are high-end offenses or crimes. Of all people, of all organizations, it is Joe Ajaero and Nigerian Labour Congress that they are associating with this. And yet you and I know that no organization can be more patriotic than Nigerian Labour Congress. National interest, our sovereignty, the integrity of this nation, and the welfare of our people. These are our concerns, and we will not surrender this to anybody. And I tell you something else again. This government had better check itself. Nigerians are courageous people. Nigerians are no pushovers. So, Nigerians have every right to complain, to cry, when policies adversely affect them. This government has no right to say that they should not complain. They have every right to protest. And the message should be taken clearly. Okay? They cannot frighten us. They cannot frighten Nigerians. Okay? So, On our part, I want to tell you that we are not intimidatable. We are not. We will resist this to the last drop of blood in us.